Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, we are back to a full week of regular trading this week. Tell me how we're starting out and what you anticipate for the week.
Well, that's a good question here. I'm kind of anticipating here maybe potentially higher cash as far as feeder cattle go here. We're getting that first week back here. A lot of folks, we do see a surge higher in the cash in the sale barns out there. And over the weekend, we did see the feeder cattle index. Looks like it's going to be up $2.89 here today to that 353.11 with the daily average of 356.62 on 3,480 head. Now that's just the preliminary right now. The market could adjust it later, but it kind of feels like the index is headed for, we've taken out, we're headed for 355 on the way to 360 here. We got a big sale. Oklahoma City has 9,000 head today, which is going to set the tone here for the week. Joplin's got a big sale as well, but I'm not really sure how the market reacts to the news here about Venezuela early on. Was a little bit concerned about that. A lot of folks are asking about that, but the last time when we got into it with Iran, the market broke hard for a day and resumed higher. That's not the case today. Stocks didn't seem to care, so ag really hasn't cared either. And I think if there's any spat with Mexico on the horizon, that could be a little bit more concerning. So looking at things here today, though, we did run up here on this March feeder contract here. That's one we need to watch. That's got the most volume and open interest. We made a high of 357.10. We're at 355.10 right now, $2 off our highs. So that is easing back quite a bit here off its highs here as we get into the noon hour. And on the April live cattle contract, February is going to be getting into the roll here later this week. They're going to be getting out of the February contracts and moving out to the April. The April contract made a high of 237.65, and we're sitting here at the 236.60. So about $1 off our highs there as well.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted with a look at your midday trade here on the Rural Radio Network.
Customers prefer U.S. soy because it's sustainably produced, and the common practice of reduced tillage helps make you sustainable. That can pay off in the field with more environmental benefits and lower production costs. But as demands for sustainability continue to rise, it remains a journey of continuous improvement. And because sustainable practices help improve the value of our soybeans, it's a journey worth taking. Find out more at unitedsoybean.org. This message brought to you by your Soy Checkoff.
Max Armstrong here for my friends at the Nebraska Rural Radio Association. Say, are you passionate about agriculture and rural Nebraska? Consider joining the only farmer and rancher-owned radio group in the country. For just $25, you secure a lifetime membership and play a key role in an association that boosts the voice of rural Nebraska. Be a part of something special. Join the movement. Visit ruralradionetwork.com to learn about membership.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. I'm Lacey Shippey with a look at your markets. Grains are up this morning with corn and soybeans leading the way with some short covering support. Weekly export inspections for corn remain solid at just over 1.2 million metric tons, keeping yearly pace at 165%. Soybean inspections showed a little bit of improvement, bringing year-to-date pace to 55%, and wheat inspections were softer at about 183,000 metric tons, though yearly pace is still positive at 121%. South American weather looks to remain mostly good, with the past few days mostly on the drier side. Weather for the plains looks to warm back up after a cold shot, with better moisture expected into mid-month for the eastern plains. There is a little concern about the potential for damage if the winter wheat should come out of dormancy before cold hits. March corn is up 6 1/4 at 443 3/4. May up 5 1/2 at 451. March soybeans up 15 1/4 at 1061. May up 14 3/4 at 1073 1/4. Chicago March wheat is up 5 1/2 at 512. May up 4 3/4 at 523. Kansas City March wheat up 8 at 523. May up 7 3/4 at 535 3/4. March soybean meal is up 370 at 299.70. March soybean oil up 60 cents at 49.90. February live cattle are down 1/4 at 235.75. April down 60 at 236.57. June up 97 at 231.32. March feed 252 at 355.47. April up 255 at 354.80. May up 272 at 352.92. February lean hogs up 202 at 86.12, and April up 242 at 91.52. That's a look at your markets. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.